Greetings in Jesus' precious name. Welcome to our program. I want to speak to you about trust. Who can you trust in this day and age? You can't even trust yourself, can you? Let's be honest about it. It's so sad. You know, in the old days, a man would give you his word. He'd give you a handshake. And if that handshake, he gave you that handshake, even if he was going to buy your farm, he would say, right, I'll give you X amount, and you do a handshake, and it's a gentleman's agreement, and it's done. The next day, somebody else comes and offers you double the price for the same farm. Sorry, deal's done, it's sold. Not anymore, eh? No, it's the highest bidder. If we go to Isaiah chapter 26, two very well-known verses, verse 3 and 4, you will keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on you because he trusts you. That's where the perfect peace comes. When you can put your trust in someone, and you and I can put our trust in Jesus. Verse 4 says, trust in the Lord forever, for in Yahweh the Lord is everlasting strength. Now some trust in chariots, some trust in horses, but we will remember the name of the Lord our God. Psalm 20 verse 7. That's where we've got to put our trust, you and I. Not in things, not in our money, not in our degree that we're going to get at university, no. Not in our sporting ability, no. Not even in our wives and our children. Not even in our husband. Our trust must be in God. In fact, I want to say to you ladies, it's very unfair to put your total trust in your husband. He's just a mere man, and he can feel that pressure. You put your trust in the Lord, and together, you and him trust the way forward. Trust and obey, for there is no other way to be happy in Jesus but to trust and obey. That's a beautiful hymn, isn't it? One of the first hymns I learned when I got saved. Now, I've got a dear friend, very dear friend. In fact, he's a family member. His youngest daughter is married to my oldest son. And Leon is a lawyer by profession. He's a lawyer. And I asked him one day about utmost trust. What is the absolute trust that we can put in maybe an insurance policy, maybe in a farm sale, a house sale? And you know what he said to me? He said, Angus, he said, there's a Latin word for trust, uber me fides. It means utmost trust. Now that utmost trust is more powerful than any document. He said to me, that contract you sign is not even worth the weight of the paper it's written on. That gives you a bit of a wake-up call, eh? The trust is in the promise and the word of a person. Now Jesus has promised you and me that he'll be with us always, even until the end of the age. He says, heaven and earth will pass away, but my word will never pass away. Friends, we need to put our trust in the Lord because he alone is trustworthy, no one else. And then we will see the reward of our trust. You know what happens when you put your trust in the Lord? You sleep better at night. That's right. You don't worry about your possessions. You don't worry about your children because you put your trust in him. So before Jill and I go to bed at night, we pray for our family. We pray for our children in the morning, that God will protect them. And then we leave it at that. Otherwise, you're worrying about things which will never happen. And all it ends up doing is giving you stomach ulcers, giving you nervous problems, instead of putting your trust in the faithful one. I want to ask you one question as we close. Is there anywhere in this book where the Lord let us down or failed or didn't keep his promise? There is nowhere in this book. He always kept his promise. He always kept his word. And he's not about to leave it now. So let's put our trust in him. Jesus bless you and goodbye.